On a hot August morning in 1941, a small airfield in Tuskegee, Alabama, opened its gates to a group of young black men who dared to dream of flying fighter planes for their country. They would be known as the Tuskegee Airmen. The United States allowed them to serve, but not beside white pilots. Segregation ruled the skies, and doubt surrounded their mission. Inside those hangars, determination replaced doubt. Men like Benjamin O. Davis, Jr., a disciplined West Point graduate, pushed his men toward excellence, training day and night under the burning Alabama sun. Funding was low, equipment outdated, but their spirit unbreakable. They studied flight patterns, navigation, and combat maneuvers until their hands remembered what prejudice tried to deny. That skill has no color. By 1943, the first squadrons were ready. Their P-51 Mustangs, painted with bold red tails, took off for Europe. Their orders: protect the bombers at all costs. And when the bomber crews saw those red tails appear, hope filled the sky. The fights were merciless. Enemy fighters swarmed. Flak burst all around, and the air turned to chaos. But the Tuskegee Airmen stayed tight, guarding the bombers like shields of steel. Their discipline saved countless lives. The bomber crews began to whisper a new legend: if the red tails are with us, we'll make it home. One young pilot, Lieutenant Lee Archer, risked everything to protect a crippled B-17, diving into enemy fire to draw the Germans away until the bomber limped home. These acts of courage echoed through the ranks, proving that the measure of a soldier lies not in his skin, but in his heart. Yet when they landed, the world below still refused to see them as equals. Segregated bases, separate mess halls, quiet humiliation. But they never gave in. Every mission, every victory, every life saved carved away at the walls of prejudice. Newspapers began to write about their bravery, and bomber crews demanded, "Give us the red tails." By war's end, they had flown more than 15,000 sorties, earned hundreds of medals, and helped shift the heart of a divided nation. Their commander, Benjamin Davis, rose to become a general, a living symbol of discipline and defiance. They wanted to be judged by what they did, he said, not by what they looked like. Their record spoke louder than any speech, and it paved the way for President Truman's 1948 order to integrate the U.S. Armed Forces. The Tuskegee Airmen were more than warriors. They were the first crack of light, breaking through America's darkest clouds of segregation. Today, their story stands as a lesson and a legacy. Museums preserve their planes. Children learn their names. Veterans gather to remember, their red tail insignias glinting under the sun. They changed not just the war, but the future, flying through fire so that others could walk in freedom. When those red tails appeared on the horizon, they meant protection, pride, and possibility. The Tuskegee Airmen flew for their country, and in doing so, they helped their country learn to fly for freedom. Fade out with solemn music and the logo, Echoes of Valor.